Okay, welcome everyone. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a browser into a telephone. So this is going to be the end result. It's a very simple little thing, but you're going to be able to enter a phone number here and start the call and use your USB headphone and microphone to talk to someone on the phone. So there's a few things that you'll need to do. One is you're going to need to download the file, the link in the file. It's a zip file, and just unzip it, and you're going to need to upload that. But first we're going to go into our Twilio account, and we need to edit a couple of files, and that is the dial number PHP and the index PHP file. Okay, so first off, you're going to have to do a couple of things. As you know, you probably just go into your account, and you know where to go by now. Go to the dashboard, and you'll see two things here. One is a account SID, and one is an auth token. You're going to need to copy and paste those. So what I'll do is I'll just open up a notepad here real quick. Copy and paste those, and keep them in somewhere where you can have them ready to copy and paste. Okay. So we've done that. The other thing we need to do, as long as we're in our Twilio account, is create an app. Now what Twilio client does basically is connect with an app inside your Twilio account, and that gives it permission to actually make the call. So what you'll need to do is go and create a TWIML app. So I've already done it here, so I don't want to create another one, but create TWIML app. And what you'll do is just give it any kind of name. You could call it a browser phone or whatever. And here is where you're going to put the URL of the dialnumber.php. So going over to here, you see my app here. Here's the browser phone. This is the number that you're going to want to grab and copy. Okay, so you're going to have three basically key or tokens or whatever. Okay, so I just call it browser phone, and there is my my URL, and you're going to put it to get. Okay, so the dial number PHP is the one you want to do. So let's go over. As long as you got those three, you can always go back and get those, but let's go over, and you've probably opened up the zip file by now, and you'll see these few files in there. The index file is obviously an index file, so we're going to go and just add a couple of things. I'm going to open up in WordPad, and what you'll need to do is put your account SID right there. Starts with AC. Your authorization token, you click on the key and you grab that and you paste it right there. And here is where the capability token is generated, right here. This is where you take the number from your app, going back here, this number right here, grab that, copy and paste it, and let's see, where was I? Sorry. You're going to put it right here. It starts with AP always. Okay, so copy and paste that, and you should be good to go. So we'll go down here, and I'll just explain exactly kind of what happens here. This part basically connects with your Twilio account. It generates a capability token, meaning that it knows that you have an app there and that it has permission to get started and make that call. And then basically have some JavaScript. I don't know anything about JavaScript, but this is all stuff that I got from the Twilio documentation. And this basically starts the call, has all the functionality of the actual making the browser into a telephone. So you don't have to do anything with that. Down here is where the HTML is, and I just made it so it looks like what you saw in the first part of the video there. It just has a simple form field, start the call, hang up, and what actually happens here is the dial pad with all the numbers on it pop up. That's in case you have to dial an extension or something like that. It's not a dial pad to call a number. You enter the number you want to call in the form field, in the number to call form field. Okay, so once you've done that, the most important things though obviously are right there. So do that, and we'll close that out. And what you're going to do next is go to the dial number. We're going to open that up with WordPad. Okay, you're going to have, in your Twilio account, you're going to have a caller ID that any number that you can put in there that is basically verified with Twilio. So what I did was, if you know how to do some of these other things, you can add some functionality to this. You could actually add some SMS functionality if you wanted to. Maybe send somebody else an SMS or whatever, but that's not needed here. But what I wanted to do was record the calls that I make. So if you call from your browser and you want to record it, you just put record equals parentheses true. And that's basically all that file is, the dial number. And that's where your app is going to go. So we'll save that, close that. Okay, now you need to just upload. This folder is definitely needed. It's the PHP helper library. It's got all the stuff that Twilio needs. This is all available on the Twilio website. Most of the apps you have are going to have this PHP services folder with all the helper libraries in there. And that's just so that you can make it really easy and do this stuff very quickly. Okay, so what we're going to do is upload that. Going to upload that to a web server. Use whatever FTP client you use and get that into a folder. And then make sure that your dial number.php, don't forget, because I screwed this up a number of times. This is my URL right here, and it's dial number PHP at the end. So I have it in a browser phone directory, and then here's the file right there. And then change it to get. I was having trouble getting that to work, and that's why. So I'm learning all this stuff, and then I'm showing you guys how to do it. So okay, so let's give it a try here. Now I'm going to call my cell phone, and you'll hear it ring. Let's see if I can find. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to call my cell phone, and you'll hear it ring, and then we'll jump over and we'll see the recording in my account. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I had a setting in my sound card that you could actually hear through what I'm hearing through my headphones. So, okay, here we go. So I entered. So you enter any number there. Start the call. And my cell phone's ringing. Going to answer. Hello, this is a test. I'm going to see if this records for everybody in this tutorial. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Okay, so obviously I called my cell phone, and we're going to jump over into logs and see if the recording is there. And there it is. And there's the recording. Okay. So that was a simple way to turn your browser into a telephone. Now what you could do is take this particular thing here and iframe it into a sidebar or whatever, but you basically don't, you could use it for yourself. You don't want people to be calling on your own account, but it is kind of a cool thing, and there's lots of stuff you can do with that. So I hope you learned something that you like today.